I know what you're thinking. What the heck are we looking at here? I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say we were just looking at a soldier that's representing the Maelstrom Grand Company. Well, as you'll see, it's not just any soldier of Maelstrom. It is... Edie. Yeah, it's been a while. In fact, it's been over a week. But we are finally back and we can continue on with this Let's Play. Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It is day 36 of 75 here for EDSS in the Realm Reborn, and this actually is going to be a do-over video because last Wednesday, when trying to start on editing for what was day 36, my laptop, which is responsible for all the video editing that I've done in my YouTube gaming career, the hard drive crashed, which meant that I had to go and get it replaced, and it took nearly a week to get it back, and it took a lot actually just to get the motivation in me to get back and up and running with this Let's Play again. Not to mention the fact that my Eternal Sonata Let's Play still has about a week to go. But I'm getting my motivation back, and so I'm going to do what I had intended to do in the original Day 36 video, which is to show you how EDSS was able to rise to the ranks of where he currently stands in the Maelstrom. He has now risen to Storm Sergeant 3rd class, and I was fortunate to save the video where he actually is shown getting his promotion to Storm Sergeant 3rd class, and I will show that off. But I want to show you how exactly he gets there and how you have to get there regardless of which Grand Company you have to be involved in. It involves coming here to Vesper Bay in Fenland, which is where the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are, and you have to speak to this guy, Nedrick Ironheart, because he provides you with some side challenges and some side dungeons that you can take on. And you can take on these side dungeons once you reach various experience levels. This one that in regards to allowing Edie to gain promotion to Storm Sergeant 3rd class in Maelstrom was available once I got to experience level 20. But as you can see, he's currently at experience level 30. So he tells you, Nedrick here tells you to go to a place called Halatali. And Halatali is over in eastern Thailand. It's actually not that far from Camp Drybone, which is where we cross paths with the greedy merchant, and where we also cross paths with the Freet and defeated him. And so it is here where Halatali is located, so I'm going to show it off to you just for demonstration purposes. Because I've been waiting for over a week to show you where exactly we had to go in order to complete the required tasks in order to give EDSS the opportunity to be promoted to Storm Sergeant 3rd class in Maelstrom. So, hitch a ride on my Chocobo and try to avoid running into someone. Yeah, never easy, but hey, we make it work, huh? So, drop down and get ourselves out of Camp Drybone. So, Halatali's not actually that far. You can see that's how close it is from Camp Drybone. So, just gonna follow the path south. We'll run past some earth sprites and some other creatures like the Tuko. Wonder how they got that name. So where we want to go is into this narrow corridor to Sandgate specifically. And then Halatali is right where it says entrance over here. What you'll be responsible for doing in order to open up Halatali is speak to Fafa Joni here, the private from the Immortal Flames. Once you talk to him, then that enables you to get the chance to go into Halatali. You go to the Duty Finder, and then you highlight Halatali under Dungeons, and go to Join. So yeah, I'm going to show off exactly what you need to do in Halatali in order to be able to get what you need to earn someone like yourself a promotion in whatever Grand Company you are in. So once we get started in Halatali, I'll be right back, so don't go away. Alright, took a little longer than I thought it would, but we do now have a party that we can now take into where we were planning to go. So, without further ado, and a little bit of time for the loading screen, we can now make our way into this side dungeon that will allow us for me to demonstrate to you what exactly you needed to do in order to be able to rise through the ranks of the Maelstrom, or it can apply to any other Grand Company. It starts here in this dungeon, and it will be a lot of enemies we're going to have to fight here in Halatali that are very ugly and powerful. This was a former arena for gladiators and other various warriors, but it's since been abandoned, and so we get an opportunity to try and clean up in here. So myself and 3 other gamers will get the opportunity to go in here and try and beat this place. So this will certainly be quite interesting. In fact, I'm going to take off the text there in the lower right left corner because, yeah, the free company that I'm associated with seems to have very dirty minds. Okay, so the enemies we have to fight here, specifically, you're going to want to focus on the Doctore and the Heckler Imps here in Halatali, because these 2 enemies, along with another, are required for you to kill off a certain number of them, and in doing so, you will actually get seals for allowing you to improve your rank within the Grand Company that you chose. And so that's why you come here, because only by coming here can you get the enemies defeated, X number of enemies that you need defeated, in order to get the seals that you require to rise through the ranks. And you can only reach a certain number of promotions before you are stopped, before you are required to come here to a place like Halatali. As far as I know, this is the first mandatory side dungeon that you have to do in order to be able to rise through the ranks of your Grand Company. I know this is true for Maelstrom, obviously, because Edie is in it. I also know that this is true for the Twin Adder because I was able to get my first avatar up to the rank of Second Lieutenant, but then you cannot get further promotion beyond that by obtaining seals. And I didn't know why that was, because, yeah, he had been in Maelstrom, but then once you get to Second Lieutenant, you are actually encouraged to change Grand Companies if you so desire. And I didn't know why they were asking this of me, because I thought that was really weird. But I decided, hey, if that's what they want, then fine, I'll switch Grand Companies. So I switched over to the Twin Adder this past weekend with my first avatar. And I found out that he's, on the Twin Adder's hunting log, while not exactly the same, you are still required to come here to Halatali to kill off an X number of enemies in order to get enough seals and to not only complete your hunting log, but also to be able to get your higher promotion. Yeah, in order to get a higher promotion within the Grand Company, as far as the hunting log is concerned, you have to do this twice. You have to come here to Halatali, and there is another one that will show off on a later day. But as it stands right now, I'm good with what we got going on here. The gas bombs are not required for your hunting log for Grand Company. It could be different with the Immortal Flames, but I still don't know yet. But yeah, you're required to kill 3 of the Doctore, 5 Heckler Imps, and keep in mind, this applies to Maelstrom. It's different for the Twin Adder. 3 Doctores, 5 Heckler Imps, and there's also a mini-boss that you have to defeat as well in order to complete the hunting log for Maelstrom. With the Twin Adder, you only had to come in here to kill Heckler Imps and defeat a different mini-boss. And as customary in these dungeons and instance raids, there are always 2 mini-bosses and then the main boss. So that's essentially what you have to do if you want to continue to rise through the ranks of the Grand Company that you chose. If there's anyone out there who's watching this who's allied with Immortal Flames and is a member of them and can tell me if you have to come here to Halatali to rise through the ranks of the Immortal Flames, comment and tell me, because I would be curious to know. because obviously experience tells me that you have to obviously come here through Maelstrom and Twin Adder if you want to keep rising through the ranks. But I don't know, of course, if Twin Adder or if the Immortal Flames apply to that. Okay. Got another Doctoid to beat. Now, as we've seen already, we have gas bombs to deal with, but the gas bombs, those are things that, when I first came through here with my original avatar, I found those things can self-destruct if you touch the wrong one or fight the wrong one, and it will, on its self-destruction, pretty much score enough damage to instant kill you. And so, yeah, that's definitely something you want to avoid. So just make sure it doesn't happen to you when a situation arises where you have to deal with the gas bomb here in Halatali. And by this time you should have defeated enough Heckler Imps to be able to get the seals required to clear that off your hunting log for whichever Grand Company you've chosen to align yourself with. That's dealt with. So yeah, it looks like Mango's gonna take the lead. Anyone familiar with Saturday Night Live will know that Mango is the name of a drag queen played by Chris Kattan, and all the guys end up getting fascinated and falling in love with Mango, and there have even been celebrity guest hosts on Saturday Night Live who will go up to Mango, and they all react the same way. They go to this club, they see Mango perform, they get turned off by it, but then for some reason they just can't stop thinking about Mango, and then they have to go and see Mango backstage to see if Mango will reciprocate the affection that these guys have gained for Mango. But Mango rejects them, and then they're always outside of the theater where Mango performs, weeping for Mango. It's certainly one of the more awkward things that Saturday Night Live has done, just because of the way that they did it. And yeah, Firemane here, if you're in Maelstrom, you have to beat this boss in order to increase your Grand Company rank. This is one of the mandatory enemies that you have to come here to Halatali to defeat. If for Twin Adder, it is the next mini-boss. And I was looking for the various enemies that are being spawned, but it looks like someone else is already taking care of them, so I'll just focus here on continuing to attack Firemane. Yeah, this isn't all that bad, really. All you have to do is just focus on Firemane, and then whenever new enemies like Demontis or Noxus come out, and they're basically Will-O-Wisps, which is what they are. When they come out, just have someone else go and beat them up, and you'll be fine. I mean, as you can see, we're kicking quite some tail. I have to say, we're holding out very well. In fact, it's not even 10 minutes yet, which shows you just how good our team is, because we are really taking it to these guys. So yeah, it won't be long before we successfully slain Firemane. Yeah, but this time you should have beaten enough Dr. Ore, enough Heckler's Imps, and this guy to have gotten all the necessary enemies, cleared off your hunting log in order to get yourself the promotion that you require. And since this thing is all classes, I'll play Greed on it. And we'll see if we get it. So, the only way you can advance is to go into this blue fire, the Ethereal Flow. And I don't know who got it. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Alright, awesome. Alright, so, off to fight some new opponents. Starting with these Manti. So yes, I do believe that you ugly insects will make a wonderful addition to the various piles of corpses that exist here in Halatali. I'm certain that because insects are such a high source of protein, I'm sure that the other monsters in here will quite enjoy snacking on your dead corpses. Yeah, now when you come to a chain winch, be careful. By all means, you must be careful because... Oh, this wasn't it. Yeah, sometimes a gas bomb will emerge when you release the chain winch, when you activate a chain winch, and those things will self-destruct within about 5 seconds. So if you see a gas bomb, once you activate a chain winch, get out of the way unless you want to be dead, because there's no way you can kill it off in time. Especially because of the fact that since we are all level synced to level 23, except for Cure for Hire, then we would not survive. Plain and simple, let's just leave it at that. As I mentioned before, gas bombs have been attributed for more than my fair share of deaths with my first avatar here in Halatali. It definitely got the allies that I was doing this in when I went through this place for the first time really pissed off. Because by the time I gotten killed off twice by a gas bomb, I was too scared to even go near them. I was too scared to even try to fight them. And I was trying to fight the Python there, but my targeter went for the Mantis instead. That's okay. Yeah, sometimes an ally, if they prepared it, will actually set up targets on what order you should defeat the enemies in. But it doesn't always have to be that way, and sometimes it actually works out better for you because, as you can see, since this Scythe Mantis is making such a hard effort on Cure for Hire, it actually was in my best interest to take one of them out. And also for the best interest of our party. Even though we have our healer, of course, but you want to take as much pressure off your healer as you can. So we're going to see... Yes, here's where a gas bomb will be around. If you're standing in the circle, like Mango is... Well, he dodged a bullet there. Or in this case, a bomb. But yeah, if you're standing in the circle and that thing self-destructs, you might as well be saying that you're dead. Now for more mantises. Manti. Whatever the plural form of mantis is supposed to be. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter. I just want them to die. I just want them to die. And yeah, I'm noticing a lot these days with the controls that there's becoming a real problem with the controls in terms of targeting monsters, because you'll sometimes want to target something, and there's actually a case in point with the second mini-boss here in Halatali where it asks you to target something on the mini-boss. Actually, no, that's another location. Sorry, my bad. Forget I said anything. But yeah, it'll be coming up in a later... I think it's actually the second dungeon that you can go to in order to kill off enough enemies to add to your Grand Company's hunting log in order to rise to the ranks. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, forget I said anything, because yeah, the second mini-boss is nothing like that. But yeah, at the second dungeon where you have to fight off enemies in order to complete your Grand Company hunting log, you actually have to go through the process of fighting an enemy that you have to kill off a part of it first before you can put actual damage on the enemy itself. And it keeps respawning. And so it's something you definitely have to keep in mind. And I just found it really annoying that I was constantly trying to target this one part of that enemy, and for some reason I was not allowed to do so. And when I did lock onto that one part of the enemy, it just automatically targeted me back on to the enemy itself, which I found insanely annoying and was just driving me up the freaking wall. And the thing is, it is mandatory if you want to rise through the ranks. Not just in Maelstrom, but Twin Adder as well. Once again, can't speak for the Immortal Flames, but if they do indeed have to come here as well. And once again, it is a situation where it is insanely annoying to target that one part of the body on that enemy, on that mini-boss, that you have to mandatorily destroy, and you can't because the enemy itself keeps targeting you. I wish I knew if Square Enix could fix that problem, so that you could actually target the enemy that you do want to target, and not just a random opponent. Because that would be very helpful. Yeah, because I'm also noticing fates as well. I'm trying to target an enemy, and instead I end up targeting an ally, and I don't want to target an ally. That's ridiculous. I would never want to target an ally. Let's play Greed Fort and see if we get it. Yeah, I would never want to target an ally. Oh, and I got that one too. I'm 2 for 2 so far. Alright, go. Yeah, you don't want to target your ally, you want to target the enemy. And the fact that I couldn't in a lot of the fates that I go to just is really annoying, because it makes you think, I really want to be a part of this because it helps me get experience points. The guild's not that great, but it also helps me get seals for the Grand Company that I'm involved in. And if I can't be able to fight the enemies that are required for completing the fate, it makes you feel like, what's the point of doing the fate in the first place? That's insanely annoying. And it's just something you don't want to have to put up with. And I hope that Square Enix will fix that problem. And so just the Python this time. You're not so tough. In fact, as far as I can tell, we're breezing through Halatali right now. Yeah, this is going quite quickly. Right, you're dead. I don't know if we'll necessarily skin you for any sort of wardrobe, but hey, you never know. Alright. Yeah, and another thing I'm also noticing as well, a lot of enemies casting thunder magic. I was expecting it to be more spread out amongst the elements, but no, it seems the predominant type of magic cast by enemies in this game is thunder magic. I mean, lightning sprites, obviously by default, they of course cast it, but so do a lot of other enemies as well, and that really shocks me. Predominantly towards the end of the game, and also towards a number of the quests that are the guild levies. I showed you guild levies back on day 35. But yeah, in order to make up for the week that I was away due to the fact that my computer that I used for my video editing crashed on me, it really puts the situation where I'm really not going to be able to accomplish what I set out to do initially when I started this LP, which was to complete the main part of it on the 75th day after I started, which was June 8th, which was the last day of the 75th anniversary celebrations at my high school. Because if you've been with me from the start of my Let's Play, you'll know that on day 1 I had expressed that my character, EDSS, his name is based on the name of my high school. And so that's what really got me into doing Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn as a Let's Play to begin with. But yeah, I can no longer finish it logistically on June 8th anymore. It'll have to be pushed back now. And since it's been 8 days after I finished, or after I was forced to put this on hold, the soonest I can now realistically complete this Let's Play, the earliest, realistically, would be June 16th. And that'll be a week after the 75th anniversary is over. So, okay, here's the second mini-boss. Second mini-boss, this is the Thunderclap Guiver. And this guy, he is certainly quite a card, because he actually has an advantage that we will be demonstrating in a moment. Now, you draw him in, and if you'll notice, see what's running behind me? Yeah, that's water. And I think you know what happens when thunder meets water. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that this guy definitely likes to specialize in using lightning to his advantage, and considering that we are in a wet environment, which is rather quite a stark contrast for Halatali, yeah, you better get out of the water, because once the water turns purple, it's now being shocked. And you better get out, or else you're just going to keep bleeding health in a hurry. So yeah, to while away the time, you have to kill off all a series of lightning sprites that come your way. And they'll just keep coming and coming until X amount of lightning sprites have been killed off. And then the water will no longer be electrocuted. It'll be no longer electrified. And then you can continue on. Yeah, come on. Target the sprite, please. And we want to kill the sprite. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, now the water is back to normal, which means we can go back after Thunderclap Guiver. Yeah, it's a shame he's not like MacGyver, the popular 80s death-defying hero who was able to escape from disaster with pretty much anything you could find in your house. Yeah, he was definitely the popular TV love interest of Patty and Selma in the early years of The Simpsons. Yeah, come on out of the water, Mango. Yeah, I demonstrated it already. You don't need to demonstrate it yourself. Alright, here we go. Pummeling the ugly lightning sprites. Yeah, the lightning sprites look like hourglasses. They look like really funky hourglasses. At least that's my perspective of them. Hey, come back. Come on back. Come on back. So yeah, this process will just keep repeating itself. It repeats, I think, about 3 times over the course of this battle. So definitely be wary of what you're doing. Because yeah, we now got him past halfway, so he will be doing this at least one more time. And watch out for the 11 shower, because that's his most devastating special ability. And for some reason, it's saying I was hit by it. Oh, and he's not going to do Thunderclap Guiver again. Okay. Heck, I don't mind. I'll take it. Yeah, 2 is better than 3 in this instance. So, 2 options for loot. What do we got? Doctore's Chainmail. Well, let's take a stab at it. And Ethereal Cotton Breeches. Let's see if I get any, if at all. I mean, so far I'm 2-0. But I would feel really bad if I keep getting them. Because, yeah, they've got to get some eventually. Alright, into round 3. Okay, I can see that the Victory Chime, Victory Fanfare did not come up, so I did not get either of those. But that's okay. I mean, they had to have some eventually. I would have felt terrible if I ended up getting all of them. And in fact, you would actually want to start getting them eventually, because even if you can't use them, they are still very useful to you. Because once you get to 2nd class as a sergeant, then that will allow you the ability to be able to go and get some really nice goodies for as far as seals are concerned, because once you get to 2nd class, you can start exchanging special gear that you find in dungeons like Halatali and Coppergall Mines, Sastasha, etc. And when you get those, you can actually exchange them for seals if you can't use them yourself. In fact, there'll be times when you're doing guild levies, if a treasure chest comes up and you want to take the contents, sometimes you will find a rare or special weapon or armor. And that can also help you. And that can help to take off some pressure off of needing to use so many seals in order to get what you require. Which can, of course, be promotion or various items and weapons that you could use in order to get the... just make yourself look like you actually belong to the grain company you're associated with, if nothing else. And yeah, I don't think that was intentional. I do not believe that was intentional, and I think Cure for Hire bit off more than he could chew. Because yeah, he's definitely longing for some assistance. Come on, I'm targeting you, man. At least I'm trying to target you. Now let's start chipping away on you. I want you dead. And I'll be very happy when you are. And we threw out 2 Rudis Peaks and Pig Feast. So yeah, just want to know, what has everyone been doing since I've been gone over the course of a week? I mean, I know what I've been doing with my first avatar. I've gotten them to change Grand Companies. However, I've also gotten close to beating the main story. We've reached the last phase of the game with my first avatar, and he is now reached the point where he now has to be in an 8-member party to complete a task. Which should give you an indication on just how far I've gotten. Alright, there are no other lines of defense, I think, so yeah, we're about to go toe-to-toe with the boss here. Alright, so, we mentioned that we have to destroy Tangata, so I guess we have to show you what Tangata looks like. Yep. Here's the champion of Halatali, the Warriors Arena, the Gladiators Arena, and only one can stand tall. This big ugly Minotaur. That is what Tangata is. Alright, ready when you guys are. So yep, Cure for Hire, making the first move. And so away we go. Facing up against Tangata, and there's something I absolutely must do, but crap, it's not set up on my... It's not set up on Edie. Because yeah, there's something I would like to do. Yeah, once that fire ring goes up, he's now invincible. And you have to find the fire sprites, and you have to kill them. You have to kill off the fire sprites, you have to kill off the mantis, you have to kill off every little fire enemy that you see before you can engage Tangata again. Everything that is not Tangata must be killed off before you can continue on. You can see the little Will-O-Wisps are marching towards the center. Yeah, let's make sure we kill them all off. But yeah, just keep killing them, and then you can continue on. Yeah, I guess you don't have to kill all of them, you just have to kill enough that eventually Tangata will let down his force field. His fiery force field, no less. Okay, it's back up again. So now, once again, gotta go looking for fire sprites. Alright, where is the Demantis? You'll know where the Demantis is when, yeah, one of those lamps lights up. In this case, it's 2 of them lighting up. But yeah, they're not that hard to kill. They're really easy, actually. Yeah, we killed off enough of them. Resume. Continue, please. Yeah, there's something I should have done that I was not aware of until we got started, but yeah. You'll notice up in the upper left-hand corner, it says Limit Break. I should be able to do Limit Breaks by now because I am level 30. And side enemies are showing up, but so far no indication that Tangata is raising his force field. In fact, we've almost got him beat here. We might be able to even finish him before 30 minutes goes by. And in fact, that's exactly what's going to happen. There it is. Victory is ours, here in Halatali. So this Minotaur is vanquished. And returns to the dust from whence it came. And victory is ours. So, we definitely did very well as a team, I have to say. I'm impressed with how we gelled so well, and yeah, it looks like everyone's leaving already, so yeah, I'll give Cure for Hire the commendation. As far as loot's concerned, well, I don't need the cudgel, but I'll play for it on greed. See if anyone else actually makes an effort to want to take it. Okay, so yeah, Mango got it. That's okay. So yeah, we're done here at Halatali, so... Oh, I got a player commendation, alright! Yeah, I guess that'll be Cure for Hire returning the favor. I gave him a player commendation, so in turn he gives me one. So yeah, we did very well as a team, I have to say. So now, I will meet you guys, not at Gridania, but at Limsa. But actually I didn't even need to do that, but... So yeah, might as well just go there anyway, because there's something else I could take care of, but I'll do that off camera. So I'll be back with you in a moment after going back to Maelstrom Command, and I'll show you the video of what happened when I got enough to complete the hunting log for the Grand Company and the promotion within. So be back in a moment. Okay, so as promised, I said that I was able to save the video from when I was able to show off how EDSS got his promotion to Storm Sergeant 3rd Class, so now let's take the opportunity to show you how you got there. Now, as I mentioned before, you have to apply for promotion by speaking with the personnel officer of your Grand Company, and once you get here, you have to have gotten to complete rank 1 of the company objectives of your hunting log. Since we had to kill the required monsters in Halatali, we accomplished that, and so therefore he can now start making the necessary arrangements for promotion. Since Edie was at Storm Corporal at this time, to promote to Storm Sergeant 3rd Class, you have to get 5,000 seals, which thankfully he just so happened to have at this particular time. And so, having successfully reached this target number, this allows him to be able to move up to the next level of promotion in the Maelstrom. And thus, he is now Storm Sergeant 3rd Class. In the name of the Admiral, I hereby appoint you to the rank of Storm Sergeant 3rd Class. By this promotion, you are now eligible to undertake a wider range of company levies. And this will be shown off as well in guild levies. May you ever serve the best interests of Limsa till sea swallows all. And there's the Tiger Woods fist pump. Yeah, so that's how you do it. When you get to a new level of ranks in your Grand Company, the number of tasks that you can now do for guild levies is now expanded. And I'll show off the new location where you can do that for Maelstrom another time. But for now, we're going to bring this video to a close. So, it's good to be back, and I'm glad that it's good to see you guys back enjoying my videos. So, until next time, everyone, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. And before I go, just to let you know, we have now unlocked something else that I'll also be showing off in the next episode. It shows that you now have a new location that is now available to you, but this is only available once you get to level 30, and that is very important that you keep that in mind. So, when I join you again, we will show off this new location. This applies only to Maelstrom. There'll be locations like this depending on which Grand Company you're associated with. And we'll also show off some new areas as well for getting guild levies. So until next time, everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism saying take care, and I'll see you soon.